Hi and welcome back to High Tech. So we're going to talk about home automation and how to include that in your home. During the Gadget of the Week, we saw the Kivo key lock system, which is an easy way to add a home automation system to your home, just to control the lock. However, you can actually also control your temperature, your lighting, your audio, your TV, everything through one big control system. Previously, we went to Carin Control Systems, and we looked at the system that they can include, which is Control 4. In your house, control every aspect of your home. So, Cameron, while we were there, we saw a lot of cool stuff, right?
Yeah, David. Just to elaborate, what we saw with the Kivo was basically the beginning step of what you can do when you want to automate your home and really bring your house and integrate it with technology.
Right.
Now, what we saw at Carin Control Systems was what really the maximum of what you can do, and controlling temperature, moving TVs up and down.
Correct.
Your blinds are all automated, and that was
Everything,
what we saw there. But at the heart of that system is a Control 4 unit.
Right.
And so we were talking with Carol from Carin Control Systems, and we have a little clip of that. So we'd like to show you a demo of the control unit.
We're going to take a look at the Control 4 touchscreen. It's in the GUI graphic user interface right now. And from the main menu, you can pick security, comfort, apps, more, or lighting. So we'll go into security, where our choices are IP camera and security system. Going into the IP camera, we'll have a look at the full screen so we can look at the camera in the showroom. Going back to security, going into the security system itself. So we can arm and disarm the system, see the status of any zone here, but we suggest that you also have an alarm keypad at your front door for quick and easy access when you arrive home. Going into comfort, we have 2 thermostats in this building. For the larger houses, sometimes they can have up to 7 thermostats because they have 7 furnaces. So you can have a separate thermostat for each furnace, and they're easily accessible from any interface with the Control 4. So this one here, we can just change the heat, just change the temperature up or down as we see fit, and it'll adjust. Go back to the main screen. We have the apps. So the 4 Store is very similar to the Apple iStore, and then here's 2 examples: the news and the weather. Under more, we have blinds. So we have 4 motorized blinds connected to this system, and so you have an option of opening, closing, or stopping them. So for instance, we start the blind, we stop the blind. So it can be anywhere within the house. Again, everything with Control 4, you don't have to be in that room. You don't even have to be in the home to control anything. And then the lighting, everything with Control 4 is controlled by room. So this one, a particular one, is called hallway. And so the light in the hallway is currently on, and the light in the hallway is now off.
So now with that demo, we saw the control unit and the capacity and the capability that which you can get with that. We saw the security features, we saw the temperature control, we saw that you can move blinds and close blinds and open blinds. We even saw that you were able to adjust the whether you wanted to turn on the lights, whether you wanted to dim them, and that really gives you some aspect of what you can really get with home automation and where you can take it to go. And of course, it can get to a very high level, and you can do it with heating your driveway and whatnot, but that was basically the functionality that you can get with a real home automation system.
Now with that unit, that's a unit that's mounted on the wall.
Exactly.
However, you can also get a portable unit, so you could have it in your living room or family room, so you want to control your TV with it, 'cause you can also control your media devices.
Yeah, so what you get with the control unit, you get one that's mounted on the wall, and like you saw with the alarm keypad, you can either disable it from there, or you can get a separate alarm keypad that you can use. Now, it's much more convenient to get a separate alarm keypad
because it's faster to
much
deactivate.
faster to use. Some people even like to have the portable control unit because they like to watch TV, and while they're watching TV, they can turn on their TV, they can close their blinds, dim the lights as well to create that atmosphere without moving around their house and actually having to do all that work.
Now, another feature of the control system is an intercom feature. So if you have someone who came up to your door and they rang the bell, sometimes people like to know who's there before they even have to go to the door, because if it's someone they don't want to answer the door for, they wouldn't have to. Let's take a look at the demo of the intercom system through Control 4.
Take a look at the Control 4 intercom. We have someone at our front door about to ring the bell. touchscreen will show us that we can either accept or ignore the call. I'm not quite sure who this person is, so I'm going to accept. Hello? He didn't speak to me, so I'm not quite sure who he is. So I'm going to end this call.
That was a demo of the intercom system. It's a quick and easy way to see who's at your door. You can even unlock your door from the system, so you wouldn't even have to go to the door to let them in. And it's a great way to actually know whose door, if it's a delivery person. And that also ties into the fact that it's an iPhone and remote system you can use too, right?
Yeah, so David, what we also learned was that what I really loved about the system is that you can control it not only from the control tablets that you get with this control unit,
Right.
but also with your iPhone or Android device. And we have a really nice demo of that, so let's take a look.
As previously mentioned, the Control 4 system can be controlled by iPhone or Android devices. In this case, we're going to show we have 3 zones of lighting: the rear pots, front pots, and middle pots. So if I decide that I want the middle pot lights on, I simply press and it'll turn the whatever it's pre-programmed to. In this case, it's 100%. If I want to dim them, I just dim them to whatever percentage I want.
Now we can also turn the lights near the TV all the way to 100%.
Yep, just by pressing the front pots, they'll go on to 100%.
Great.
So the iPhone, using the iPhone, we can really extend the capability of home automation. So for example, let's say I'm at work and I'm getting something delivered to my house. I can actually look at the intercom from my iPhone and tell the delivery person to walk in, and I can guide them through with the security camera, and to leave the parcel on my front door and back out, and I can lock the door again right from my iPhone. And this capability extends to all Android devices, iPads, and it's really much easier to use. Now, there's one thing that we did note, that iPhones and iPads do fall asleep and they have to reconnect to the system. So that's one disadvantage to using them in comparison to the control tablet that you get with the system.
Now, building on the iPhone part, it's not just for the intercom, as you said. You can actually unlock your doors with the iPhone. You could set your temperature at home. If you had heated driveways or heated pathways, you can actually set that to turn on from your iPhone if you know something is going to happen.
And you can also do your blinds as well. You can open and close your blinds as well.
Correct. So the blinds is another feature that they have through the Control 4 system, and you can control any blind in your house if you have it installed through them. The blinds can open and close, and you can adjust them to open and close at different times or using their hotkeys. Let's take a look at the blinds demo.
So now we're going to take a look at the Control 4 remote control, and we're going to control the Hunter Douglas motorized blinds. So by simply pressing the down button on this blind, the silhouette blind will go down and then it will open up. So you still retain your view and yet keep 85% of UV rays out of your home, protecting your furniture and carpets. There are a number of different blinds. There is the vignette blind and the roller shade blind. The roller shade blind is a 110 volt wiring, and the silhouette and the vignette run on low voltage Cat5.
So that was a look at the blind system. That's something that can be integrated in your Control 4 system and can be controlled with your iPhone or any device, and you can open and close the blinds in your house as you wish.
So David, all these blinds and everything, they're wired to a control system, the Control 4 system, and not wirelessly controlled, and that really gives you great advantages. Now we have a great clip about emphasizing the importance of hardwiring all your electronics to the Control 4 system. So let's take a look at that.
We're going to take a look now at how the actual blinds are hardwired into a panel. So each of the blinds is hardwired into the panel. Each blind has a motor inside the headrail. Then it's controlled by a motor controller which flows through to the RQ bridge. The RQ bridge flows out to the Control 4 home automation, and that's how it's tied together. Ideally, you want to have blinds hardwired if possible. However, if you're in a renovation point of view or after the fact and your walls are up, we can take a look and see if there is a way that we can either run them wirelessly or if we can get wires in place. Carin Control Systems has been in business for over 32 years. We're also a security company, and we have high experience on running wires behind walls.
So although the Control 4 system mandates that you use a certain degree of wiring to maximize the efficiency of the system and to make sure that it runs smoothly, You can also use it wirelessly, so there are wireless add-ons as well that you can attach to like wireless sockets, and that you can just plug in, and they work well with the Control4 system. Now, of course, they don't have the efficiency
of the units.
wiring.
Right, and the wireless ones, if you had, say, had a laptop or a desktop they wanted to turn off using your system, you could put a socket and then plug your laptop into it and just turn that socket on and off, and that would basically add add-ons to your system.
So, David, tell our viewers about how much this system would cost to implement.
You know what's easier? Let's look at a little interview we had with Carol that explained this a little bit.
So Carol, for our viewers, what can you tell them about how to get started with home automation and how to begin making their home automated?
Well, the first thing you need for the Control4 system is a controller. And you need some kind of device to control it. So the easiest and quickest one is the remote control. So you can start with this. You can control a TV with it. You can start to add on options from that, lighting, that kind of thing.
Okay, so that's really cool. So what is the ultimate vision of an automated home? So what things can you add on to it, and what do you envision as the ultimate automated home?
My vision is my home, everything automated. You know, that it's lighting, audio, your sprinkler system, the heating outside on your walkway, everything that you can possibly have automated, some kind of automation into it, turning on the outdoor lights as the sun dims down, dimming lights throughout the house according to time.
And just for
So that was Carol, and we talked to her about home automation and really what you can do with extending the ability of your house and automating it.
Right.
So
there is basically, when it comes to home automation, some people might think it's very pricey. Some people, and the idea and what Carol said is, it depends what you want to do. The more you want to do, the more it's going to cost.
Exactly.
So the base units, as discussed in the interview, $1,000 gets you the control unit and a remote, so you can control your whole media center. However, when you start adding on, every light in your house is about $200 to add on, heating, temperature, furnaces, all those things, extra add-ons that will keep making your house more and more automated.
All right, so after the break, we'll be wrapping it up with Carol, and we'll be talking about the app of the week and really how you can use iPhone apps and Android apps to really take advantage of technology in your house. Join
Stay with
us.
us.